Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to a special late night edition of Lumberjack Logic Live. I've been gathering information on this story throughout the day, and then something big just broke, and I just had to go live for it. I wasn't gonna wait till tomorrow. So thanks for joining me here late tonight, Sean. I saw that super sticker, so thanks for that. Right there. So I'm grateful for every super sticker, super chat that I get. But folks, we've got kind of some big breaking news. There's multiple facets to this. So one is Kilmer Abrego Garcia, right? The nice Maryland man. He is not going home. El Salvador has said they're not sending him back. Okay, so that's number one. I'll show you a video on that. We've also got some issues with the law surrounding that. Trump is actually looking at suspending the writ of Habibus Corpus. All this stuff is happening. I've got a clip from Jamie Raskin. This is a wild ride and some big bombshell type stuff that's filed in court from previous things that he had done. So that's another new one. So I'm going to just start out, though, with this clip just so you can see what's going on.
Breaking news. CNN learning that El Salvador has rejected the Trump administration's request to return Kilmer Abrego Garcia. That is the man who was mistakenly deported to a notorious mega prison over a month ago from Maryland to El Salvador. One U.S. official telling CNN that El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele has made it clear that he will not release Abrego Garcia.
It's just so great, folks, because, I just love how they're playing the media and the Democrats on this. Look, the fact of the matter is, good old Maryland man, wait till you see the new stuff we've got on him. But Bukele says, no way, we're not sending him back. We're not doing it. So finally, can the liberals all shut up? I bet they won't, even though Hakeem Jeffries wants them to shut up because he knows this is a loser for him. They're flying down to El Salvador, trying to make this big thing out of it. The liberal press is parroting it, and they're trying to run fake polls on this, all of this. But Bukele says, no, we're not sending him back. Now, honestly, folks, and you can comment in the chat on this, do you believe that Trump could get him back if he really wanted to? Yes or no? This is the part that I think is so masterful. I mean, first, Bukele gets him sipping Mai Tais with the guy, exposing his hand tattoos, and then the media and the Democrats are down there, just can't get enough of Abrego Garcia. Okay. Yeah, exactly. See, this is the thing. You guys get it. I mean, Bukele and Trump are playing chess with these people, making them look like complete freaking morons. Oh, man, it's beautiful. All right. I got to go back to this.
But of course, the reality of it is that he's there because Trump sent him there because he asked Bukele to take these deportees. And Trump.
So, folks, exactly. Trump asked him to take these deportees. Now, folks, do you think that Abrego Garcia is such a mistake? That's my next question. Do you think it was such a big mistake to send him down to CCOT in El Salvador? Please smash that like. Do chat in with where you're from. Let's help get this stream out there. Because wait till you see the next bomb I'm about to drop. In fact, before I do that, I actually want to play this one more clip from CNN. Okay. And it's a beautiful clip because it's Scott Jennings. And he's talking about the optics of this and how bad the Democrats have screwed it up. Even while CNN tries to run in with one of their fake polls, you are going to love this clip.
Say, according to his new CNN poll, that and when it comes to undocumented immigrants who are being deported by Trump has gone too far. That's 50.
Okay, is there anybody, like a single person in my lovely audience, that thinks Trump has gone too far in deporting illegals? I don't think he's gone far enough, folks. That's where I'm coming from. So is it too far, not far enough, or just right? We'll run a quick little poll on this. But the reality is I want him to have deported more by this point in his presidency. I want him to be up to 1 million deportations at this point, because I figure we've got these 2 years, and I want him to just get them all out of here. Folks, they've screwed up the census. The Republicans are short 27 seats in the United States House of Representatives due to these ridiculous policies, okay? I want them all out of here because they're getting counted into the census numbers, okay? Now, let me see. I'll keep playing this.
52%. Scott.
Well, several things. Number one, the children that you mentioned were not deported. They went with their mothers. Their mothers requested that the children come with them. So they're
Okay, this is such a great point because remember what Tom Homan said? We can deport them all together. We don't need to break up families, and that's the policy. We're not going to keep children of mothers who are deported here in the United States. My gosh, we've already had over 300,000 missing children. Now we're supposed to keep parents' children? This is insane.
Mothers were deported because they were illegal aliens.
They didn't get due process.
And so
to go through that.
Shut up about the due process, the View lady. Okay, whatever her name is. I can't stand this whole due process crap. I mean, we've got J6ers who didn't even receive a trial in 4 years, and they're worried about illegal aliens getting due process. Shut up.
They went. So there's really two choices here: split the family or keep the family together. The U.S. government's policy here was to let the mothers decide. The mothers decided to take the children. That's number one. On the Garcia case, effectively, what you all are arguing for, passionately, and what Democrats are passionately arguing for, is for the President of the United States to re-import a dangerous member of a transnational terrorist organization who has clear affiliations with a gang that commits heinous atrocities. That is not what he was elected to do. And whether you bring him back here or not, I'm just going to explain to you the politics of this through telling you what the Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, did today, which is that he told his members, please, for the love of God, stop going to El Salvador and dying on this hill. The politics of this could not be worse for the left and worse for Democrats because the president knows he was elected to protect us from MS-13, and that is what they are doing.
None of the things you just said have been proving. None of the things.
What do you say about the tattoos?
I say that what Trump said yesterday was an absolute lie.
It's not.
It was not an absolute lie, folks. It was not. So they're talking about the photoshopping because Trump had a picture with the symbols on his hand, and then he put the MS and 13 above it, showing you what they meant. There was no lie in the photo. Okay, that was added, and everybody could see that. Nobody's that moronic to think that that font was tattooed on his hand. Gosh, these people are so dumb.
They're not.
Wait,
they're not
are you saying the MS-13 that Donald Trump claims are legitimate tattoos on this guy are true? Are you saying the Photoshop is true?
Are you a tattoo truther?
See, are you a tattoo truther? Scott Jennings laying into her because this is so ridiculous. None of us believe that. Okay, all right. I got to get to what just broke though. I mean, we can watch these idiots on CNN all night long and laugh them and mock at them. Okay, but here's the big truther. Are you a tattoo truther? I just love it. Okay, I got to get to the right one. All right, guys, check this out. This just broke tonight. Alleged MS-13 gangbanger Kilmar Abrego Garcia once boasted get this, folks, he could kill his wife and no one could do anything to him. According to a request for a motion for a protective order she filed in 2020 that we've obtained at the New York Post. Okay, so let me just repeat this again. Now, remember, who got to this gal and why was she running around on TV and running around in the media claiming, oh, my Kilmar, he's the most loving, most wonderful dude. I can't get enough of him. Tilly, good. Thank you for that super chat again. Folks, this is amazing, okay? They had her running around. We need Kilmar home. Daddy misses his kids. And she's saying, but before, folks, in 2020, no one could do anything to him if he killed his wife. And you know what? It's probably true. Under the Biden regime, they wouldn't have done anything to him. Okay? Because they were consistently letting criminal illegals back into our streets, right? So this is actually probably a true comment. Kilmar's probably a pretty smart guy. He figured out what the Biden regime was up to. Okay? I also have a recording that he told my ex-mother-in-law that even if he kills me, no one can do anything to him. Jennifer Vasquez Sura wrote in the document she filed with the District Court of Maryland for Prince George's County on August 3rd, 2020. This is the second request and allegation of wife beating she filed while the two had been together. So this isn't even part of the other one, folks. This is another one. I also have a recording, okay? So, I mean, what happened that they got to her that she would then go running around saying that they needed Kilmar back home? Do any of you have any idea on this? What do you think is going on here? That Jennifer, did she just see money? Is there dollars behind this? I mean, what is it? Why are they trying to die on the Kilmar Abrego Garcia gangbanger wife-beating hill? Why? It's absolutely wild. It's so bad, folks, that listen to Jamie Raskin. Gosh, this guy is such an idiot. This right on the floor today.
He was arrested and swept up and flown out of the country to El Salvador as part of the government's dragnet campaign against Tren de Aragua. But he had no criminal record. There were no outstanding criminal charges against him, and he had no association with any criminal gang.
Okay, again, folks, do you guys remember? I covered this before, but how many of you are familiar with the Tennessee Highway Patrol report on this guy? Not only is he a gangbanger transporting things, he was transporting humans with no luggage from Texas to Maryland, okay? And he was on a list because he had... Gosh, they had a detainer on him, and then Biden's I think was it the FBI? I think it was Biden's FBI told them that they had to release him, told the Tennessee Highway Patrol that they had to release him. This story is so convoluted. I start to there's so many new details that come out of it all the time. And I have to think, why are we getting the drip of these details? It's almost like somehow people in Trump world, or actually it's not even that, folks, because other people are filing to get this information. Okay. But it's almost like the grace of God that every day we get a new drip on this guy so that they can see the American public, this story stays in the news and people can continually see how bad he is. So make sure you're sharing this information. You don't have to share my stream, but share the information. Take screenshots of what I'm sharing with you here. This is wild stuff. In fact, I'm going to do something else. If you follow me on X, I'm going to right now repost this. So I'm at Neil E. Johnson on X. So you can get this document that Jenny Terre had put out. Okay. So folks, you got to share this stuff. This is wild. The Democrats are dying on the wrong hill.
And yet he was sent to the dictator of El Salvador because he has a tattoo on his right arm.
Dictator? No. Bukele was elected. He was elected. And he was elected to clean up crime. That is a complete bald-faced lie by Raskin, but that's all he does. Smash that like if you would. Chat in with where you're from if you're new to the stream, and subscribe if you're new to the channel.
Which was mistakenly associated with Tren de Aragua. In fact, the tattoo is of a soccer ball topped with a crown, which signifies his favorite soccer club, Real Madrid.
What kind of mental gymnastics, folks? You've seen the tattoos. Do you have to go through to believe it was a soccer ball topped with a crown? What kind of freaking mental gymnastics did Jamie Raskin have to do to get to this point?
Had there been any kind of due process fair hearing, he would have been able quickly to explain the government's error. And there being no other evidence against him, he would have been released.
I just can't with this Jamie Raskin. What a freaking tool. Folks, I got a quick word from my sponsor. Go check out mypillow.com/lumberjack. The sheets are still there, but listen to this. I got a text today from one of my mods, Lisa, and she said, I was gardening and having trouble focusing, so I had a Rev 7. Then I just finished a great workout. The stuff is fantastic. It is, folks. You can go over there right now. It's 30% off on the Lumberjack page off the Rev 7s. Plus, you get 3 free ones to start. The stuff is amazing. It's got a completely different energy to it. There's no crash. There's no sugar. There's not even any caffeine. It's great stuff. So go check it out. Anyways, but back to this. Okay. I want to share. I'm going to go bring this back in, okay? But I'm going to skip ahead, and I'm going to go to this one, okay? Because I don't know if you guys saw this. This happened earlier today, too. A U.S. federal district judge, Jennifer Thurston, sent out an order banning Border Patrol, get this, from arresting illegal aliens without a warrant.
All right, another
Judicial pushback against President Trump's immigration crackdown. This comes after dozens were arrested in January during Border Patrol's Operation Return to Sender, where agents rounded up people determined to have entered the who were determined to have entered the country illegally. Yesterday, California District Judge Jennifer Thurston demanded CBP agents cannot arrest suspected illegal migrants without a warrant or reason to believe the person is a flight risk before they can get one. All right,
Okay,
another judicial
so
pushback against President.
You guys just heard this. Well, look at this right here. This is straight out of, I looked this up. Okay, so she's right on this. A federal judge cannot alter the Immigration and Nationality Act. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up. So listen to this. Powers without warrant. Any office or employee of the service authorized under the regulations prescribed by the Attorney General shall have power without warrant to interrogate any alien or person believed to be an alien as to his right to be here or to remain in the United States, to arrest any alien who is in presence or view is entering or attempting to enter the United States in violation of any law or regulation made in pursuance of the law regulating the admission. And so on it goes. So a federal judge cannot alter this. This is already, and let me see, I think I've got it right here, folks. Here it is. U.S. code from house.gov. The whole thing is in here. If you want to go, well, here I can just put this. It's huge. It's ridiculous. Okay. Command C. I'm going to put this in the comments for you right here. So she, as a federal judge, is saying she can just alter the U.S. code now, the U.S. laws. I see another super chat. I want to just, AC Cruz. Thanks so much. God bless you too. And another one, Belmont, California, non-citizen cop arrested for rape. I saw that today too, the frog feeder. That's another one. There was another case down in Florida where a judge went AWOL again today. So that one was saying that they couldn't arrest down in Florida illegal aliens. I don't have that story in front of me right now, but that was another one that I saw come across. So it's just endless of this. But what this is causing now, the liberals are actually going to get something they never wished for, folks. Watch this.
This last night in your speech in Macomb, we're facing an unprecedented situation where there's a lot of abuses of nationwide injunctions.
Okay, it's tough to hear the guy, but the reporter's asking a question. He's talking about, you've seen a lot of abuses of nationwide injunctions. Okay, so listen.
Sort of seemingly designed to curtail your power, specifically when it comes to deporting these illegal, violent.
So he's talking about, again, it's tough to hear him, but he says, specifically when it comes to curtailing your power in deporting illegal immigrants, okay?
Aliens that came in under the previous administration. Yeah. Have you spoken to your team about ways to mitigate this and continue to deliver for the American people?
And then he says, have you spoken with your team about ways to mitigate this to still deliver for the American people? So now listen to Trump's response.
Well, there are ways to mitigate it, and there's some very strong ways. There's one way that's been used by 3 very highly respected presidents, but we hope we don't have to go that route. But there is one way that has been used very successfully by 3 presidents, all highly respected, and hopefully we don't have to go that way. But there are ways of mitigating that. I want to thank you all.
Okay, folks. So he just talked about there's a way of mitigating this, okay, with these judges overstepping, overreaching. There's ways of mitigating this, one of which was used by 3 highly respected presidents. Folks, I want to know, do you guys know what he's talking about? I'm going to show you here in just a second, but I'm curious. It's like a trivia question for the chat tonight. How many of you are familiar with what he is talking about? What special measure is Trump talking about that he hopes he does not have to use? Okay, I'm going to bring it in. Why did Raskin need a pardon by Biden? What is he guilty of? Lots of stuff. I'm sure, Star Child. I'm sure it's lots of stuff. Okay, let's see. I got to get something here in the chat. Oh, there we go. We got it. 2 of you got it right there. Janice Hood and Catherine Brandon. You got it. Okay, so this is it. It's the writ of habeas corpus. So I'm going to bring something. I'm going to bring this in so you guys, okay. The United States inherited habeas corpus from English common law In England, the writ was issued in the name of the monarch. Okay. When the original 13 American colonies declared independence and became a republic based on popular sovereignty. See, look at that. A republic, not a democracy, folks. Any person in the name of the people acquired authority to initiate such writs. The U.S. Constitution specifically includes the habeas procedure in the suspension clause located in Article 1, Section 9. This states that the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless when in cases of rebellion or invasion of the public safety may require it. Well, do you think we're there, folks? Do you think that there is an invasion and that public safety may require this? Okay. It is civil, not criminal, ex parte proceeding. Ex parte just means without all the parties there, in which a court inquires as to the legitimacy of a prisoner's custody. Typically, habeas corpus proceedings are to determine whether the court that imposed sentence on the defendant had jurisdiction and authority to do so, or whether the defendant's sentence has expired. Habeas corpus is also used as a legal avenue to challenge other types of custody, such as pretrial detention or detention by the United States Bureau of Immigrations and Customs Enforcement pursuant to a deportation proceeding. Okay, so you guys get this? So specifically used in detention, okay, pursuant to deportation proceeding. This is also pretrial detention, which makes me just laugh, not because it's all that funny, but remember the J6ers who were held excessively long in pretrial detention where their Fifth Amendment rights were violated? Well, Presidents Abraham Lincoln and Ulysses S. Grant suspended habeas corpus during the Civil War and Reconstruction. Okay. During World War II, FDR suspended habeas corpus. And then following September 11th, President George Bush attempted it, but the Supreme Court overturned his actions. Okay. So that is what Trump is now looking at, is suspending the writ of habeas corpus. And these liberals are pushing him too far. They are causing him to take actions that he's just forced to take, because federal injunctions, okay, cannot just be issued at writ by any judge in any courtroom to stop the president from doing what he was elected to do and what he has the legal authority to do. Okay. So yeah, agreed. Tara, where are the J6ers' rights? Where were those? Okay. They're more concerned about a potential MS-13 gangbanger down in a prison in El Salvador than they are about American citizens protesting what was obviously a problem here at home. Okay. So anyways, it's just wild to me. Hey, I got a quick word for my sponsor. I mentioned Lisa's text. Okay. So I love this Rev 7. So here, just quick commercial from Mike. Only take a minute.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to announce the next generation of energy drinks, Rev 7. It has no sugar and no caffeine. Instead, Rev 7 uses Go BHB. Go BHB is one of the body's primary ketones, and it provides the most efficient and clean fuel that your body needs. It also helps you stay energized all day with no crashes. Not only that, it produces 3 times more brain energy than sugar, which helps boost your memory, focus, and mental sharpness. It also helps reduce stress and helps balance your mood. Rev 7 does all that while being the best tasting energy drink ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% today. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7. For a limited time, you get our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. I drink Rev 7 every day, and I absolutely love it, and so will you.
I love it too. Stuff is awesome. So go get yourself some. Okay. It's just a fan. And it's so different. It does not have the crash of a typical energy drink. You know, you can go stop in a gas station, buy some can of Rain or something like that. I tried it once. That Rain stuff, holy cow, messed me up. It was like a waste of $4. I got this Rev 7 and I just absolutely love it. So go check it out. And but again, if you're just joining the stream, folks, here's what's I'm gonna just play this one that I played at the beginning again, so everybody knows what's going on. But the president of El Salvador, Bukele, has said, no way, we're not deporting him.
Breaking news: CNN learning that El Salvador has rejected the Trump administration's request to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia. That is the man who was mistakenly deported to a notorious mega prison over a month ago from Maryland to El Salvador. One U.S. official telling CNN that El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, has made it clear that he will not release Abrego Garcia. But, of course, the reality of it is that he's there because Trump sent him there because he asked Bukele to take these deportees. And Trump is now making a stunning admission. I mean, it's maybe not, maybe it shouldn't be stunning, but it is because he's actually saying it now. He is saying that he could get Abrego Garcia back if he wanted to.
What's he supposed to do? Step on the rights of another country? I just think it's beautiful how they're playing the Democrats and also the media right now. It's the most ridiculous thing. They keep stringing this out, and the mainstream media keeps this in. That's just why I am hitting this story and why I've done numerous hits on it, because this is the type of story that changes and shapes public opinion. Okay, this is the type of story that wins the narrative war, because they're going to continue to run with this whole thing about, oh, Trump's deporting people wrongfully. And then when you get the actual facts, and again, folks, I shared this too, but if you just jumped on the stream, okay, here's the thing. This dude literally said he could nix his wife and nothing would happen to him. No one could do anything to him. And you know what? This is Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This is a filing right here, folks, from the District Court of Maryland for Prince George's County on August 3rd, 2020. Okay. She says she also has a recording where he told my ex-mother-in-law that even if he kills me, no one can do anything to him. Okay. So this is the type of people that the Democrats are trying to support and are going all in to the wall for him, flying down there. In my opinion, the government and judges included are either corrupted or being threatened. You know, Tilly, I've almost wondered about this, and I don't know what the right answer is. Well, they're corrupt by the decisions they're making. So I give you that. I don't know that the people just have dirt on them or they're threatening them. I don't know all the ins and outs of that. Honestly, I think we're just at a point in America where corruption is so rampant because we have completely lost focus on what's important, and we need a national revival. Okay. That's what I think is going on here. I think we do not have, I think the Moors have been cast off our traditional Judeo-Christian ethics because no one really has a full understanding. We're not seeing heart change in people. That's why I say we need a revival. Okay. That's what needs to happen. All right. Anyways, folks, thanks for joining me. I know it's late. Thank you for coming on this late night live stream with me, but I just had to get this news out. And I had a bunch of stuff pulled together for the report. If you just jumped on the stream, go back and watch it from the beginning, because you'll see clips of Jamie Raskin. You'll see Donald Trump dealing with a reporter. You're going to see an amazing clip off CNN. It's really a great report. So anyways, we'll see you on the next episode, folks. Peace out. All right.